Hey everybody, AcedTyler here. Welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. As you can see, I'm back in Traverse Town instead of going over to our next world because there's actually one more thing that I do want to show off before then. See, there's somebody beside the counter.
Well, well, as I live and breathe, if it isn't Pinocchio.
Oh, hi, Jiminy.
What in the world are you doing down here?
Playing hide and seek.
I just don't believe it. And here I was, up all night just worried sick about you. Why, of all the Pinocchio.
So, to those of you who are just coming back from 2022 and getting sick and tired of seeing all the Pinocchio that's everywhere, be it like, you know, the live-action remake of the Disney movie and also the Guillermo del Toro one, yeah, we're going to be seeing some more Pinocchio here in this Let's Play. But yes, so you remember back when you know, Jiminy's world was destroyed, well, because, you know, the setting of Pinocchio where he came from. And so he was separated from all the people he knows, including Pinocchio himself. Well, there he is. He somehow wound up in Traverse Town, and he still hasn't really learned his lesson about not telling lies. As you can see, why his nose growing. And he has an item right next to him, and I wonder just what it is, or he just wants to keep for himself. But yeah, there's Pinocchio, and we're gonna want to trigger this event because I don't know if you'll still be able to interact with him during this time, or I guess after you complete the next one, before you go to well, you know, because the world after the next world we go into will be focusing more on Pinocchio and the characters, but I figure I just want to go ahead and get this out of the way, because I'm sure that that if you don't interact with this one, then it might just go away. You could have asked us first. Oh, yeah, geez, Sora. Well, what's that mouth there? I mean, you're just you just go, like, you know, even after they request for help, and so go, like, you could have told us in the first place. I mean, you may be the hero, but you know, sometimes you gotta learn some better manners there, Sora. Anyhow, so yeah, that's basically the current situation, is that since we found Pinocchio, but we can't really find his father Geppetto at the moment because he could be somewhere. Hopefully he hasn't been swallowed by a monster just yet. And so yeah, this is actually what it looks like if you use the warp piece, because now that we actually have attained the warp drive for the gummy ship, that means we can actually go and bypass all the, or actually select the worlds, and we need to select the warp drive options. So that way there, we can just bypass all the gummy sections that we've already visited previously, and not have to go through that. However, only it works for those gummy missions that you've already been to, or the worlds that you've already visited. Because if you're about to go to the next world for the first time, then you're still going to have to get to those, or go to those gummy sections. So since I remodified my gummy ship to, even though it actually does look absolutely sloppy, and just not very well built. The very good thing about it, though, is that I gave it some more armor, so that way there it increased its defense. And since I had some new engines to it, then that means it will drive a lot faster this time. So that way there, I can actually just get through this much faster through these gummy sections in no time at all. So that's actually one of the more important things I needed to get, was just the engine to make the gummy ship faster, and also some new cannons to get a wider range of attacks to fight against the Heartless ships, and also to destroy some of the blocks in order to get some goodies as well. But yeah, I figured, like I said, I figured I had to go and get this kind of event out of the way with Pinocchio, because I'm not quite sure, like, if you'll still be able to get to that, like, you know, after you beat the next world, then it might disappear, but I could be wrong about that one. So, I mean, you can probably just correct me in the comments if you ever like to, but, you know, I figure I would just go and get this out of the way, just show it off before, well, you know, before that ever happens. And I probably could have shown that beforehand, but I think you have to leave Traverse Town first and then go back there in order to trigger this event. But that's just what I had to do, so I just remember that was there. Also, the music has changed for this new section. This is actually like, well, after you go through this warp portal for the gummy space and you get to this section here, the music gets a little more fast-paced. Alright, so here we are, next world, and this looks awfully familiar, doesn't it? Well, of course, everybody knows what this is. It's Agrabah from Aladdin.
And the keyhole?
The Heartless are searching for it now. I'm certain we'll find it soon enough. So that just leaves...
Jafar, I've looked everywhere for Jasmine. She's disappeared like magic.
The girl is more trouble than she's worth.
You said you had things under control.
Agrabah is full of holes for rats to hide in. But why worry about Princess Jasmine? With her, or without her, surely this world will be ours when we find the keyhole.
We need all 7 princesses of heart to open the final door. Any fewer is useless.
Well, if the princess is that important, we'll find her. Find Jasmine, and bring her to me at once.
Don't steep yourself in darkness too long. The heartless consume the careless.
Your concern is touching, but hardly necessary.
Just hearing Gilbert Gottfried's voice just really makes me sad now, honestly, because like, well, I mean, I'll get more into the detail a little bit later, but first things first, we have some more enemies. So anyway, welcome to Agrabah. And so the Heartless to go over for this one, these are called the Bandits, and the Bandits are very tricky to go through, like if you're encountering them for the first time, because not only do they hit hard with their swords, then they can also defend themselves against any of your attacks. So those you really want to watch out for. And yeah, there's a couple of new Heartless variants we'll be coming across, and they're tougher to beat. So so anyways, so yeah, the thing with Agrabah is that I actually do admire this world for the explorations, especially in the latter half of this world. Unfortunately, though, this world is a bit bland, though, in this game, mainly because it's absolutely empty. Because, like, I remember so much in the movie how busy it usually is. There's, like, so much people there, but here in this game, there's barely, if anybody in here. So it just feels empty. It's just all quiet and just kind of, it's kind of bland. But anyhow, so some more characters to go over, and some voice actors to go over. So actually, yeah, I just want to go ahead and get this away with Iago. Yes, Iago is voiced by Gilbert Gottfried, which of course he's been voicing him for like since the first Aladdin movie, and man, it's just just hearing last year about how unfortunately Gilbert Gottfried had passed away, and it really broke my heart just hearing that, because Gilbert Gottfried is like, he's very funny, very charismatic with all his jokes. He's one of the greatest comedians out there, and has such a great voice that really fits well with all his comedy. And just honestly, though, as soon as I heard the news about how he passed away, I was in such denial. Like I refused to accept the fact that he's gone. And so yeah, it's like I don't know how you can take it anymore. But well, overall, he's been such a great actor, such a great comedian, and great voice acting for Iago as well, and he shall be forever missed. And of course, another and once we get to another character, there's another actor I do want to bring up, which of course, as we all know and very much very well love. Let's head over this way to the alley.
Who's there? Hello?
And so here we have Princess Jasmine, and I gotta say, in terms of character design, probably one of the skimpiest kind of character designs we have here, especially with her sleeves. So Jasmine here, she is voiced by Linda Larkin, who also who is also her original voice actress from the movie, and had been voicing her since then. She's explaining how Jafar apparently managed to take over Agrabah. Actually, pretty early though, because in the movie he takes over the town much towards the end of the movie.
Aladdin? Where might I find this street rat? Jasmine, allow me to find you more suitable company, my dear princess. These little rats won't do, you see.
Jasmine, run!
Ah, the boy who holds the key.
Alright, so more books Space Force. So yeah, like as Jasmine was explaining, like Jafar managed to take over Agrabah, but that was like very, very early, because this actually is supposed to be set before Aladdin himself managed to find the lamp and reawaken Genie. Something which in the movie that Jafar was only able to take over Agrabah after he managed to get a hold of Genie and starts making his wishes. But yeah, here in this game, that they actually changed it over to where he actually managed to take it over pretty early. It's supposed to be like a lot more powerful than he would be, because he only needed the power of the Genie to take over Agrabah. But here he actually managed to do it just all on his own. So that's actually more of an adaptation of Badass, I would say. So anyways, and also with Jafar, his voice actor is Jonathan Freeman, who, of course, also voiced him in the original movie. So I would say like pretty much all the characters for the voice actors return for the roles, except for Genie though, which we'll get to once we get to him though. But yeah, I would say Jonathan Freeman, voicing Jafar, like he does such a wonderful job. Like he managed to make him very, very menacing, very and also very bombastic when he needs to be, and just all around, just just generally making him a cool villain, which is what Jafar is. Like just him being a very sinister, very obviously evil, and just just very imposing is what he is, and that really what makes Jafar such a great villain. Honestly though, I gotta say, like times like these, I really do miss these old classic Disney villains. I mean, mainly because of my nostalgia is what it is, admittedly, but I mean, I just really miss when when we see Disney villains for the first time, we already know that they're evil. Because later Disney movies, especially the 3D ones, they either have no antagonists, or even when they do, we actually never know about it till towards the end, which is like those twist villains. And I mean, it would work for the first time, but later on, especially starting with Frozen, it just really fails in that regard. In my personal opinion, though. I mean, you guys will probably disagree with me on this one, but that's just my kind of opinion, though. I mean, I just honestly wish we had those villains back, where we already know that they're villains right from the get-go, and they're like the power-hungry villains, and that just really makes them like just very much good for their for their personality, and just what makes them so enjoyable, all in all. But it's very very much just my nostalgia speaking of with having grown up with those old Disney movies in the Renaissance age. So yes, also we go back into Aladdin's house, and oh yeah, you probably know this guy, right? This is actually the same guy who that we first saw at the very beginning of Aladdin, and he's the one who narrates the story. And I actually came back in, and he's suddenly appeared out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, what the hell? Where'd you come from? But I figure I can just go ahead and show him off right away, where you can just talk to him, and then he sells you some items like the potions or high potions. That's basically his job as a peddler, because he has to do a lot of that kind of stuff. He may seem pretty devious, but he at least has a job, and I mean, at least he's telling the story of how everything happened. So anyhow, yeah. All in all, though, yeah, the whole thing with Agrabah is that as much as I appreciate it for its exploration, and it's just, but it's just still kind of bland. Just kind of disappointed too, because Aladdin is such a great movie, like another one of my favorite Disney movies, which of course, very first time I saw was back in preschool, and it's very enjoyable. It's very funny. It's definitely one of the funniest movies that I would ever see. Also does have without a doubt one of the best, if not the best, Disney character of all time, which I'm sure everybody knows. And we'll get to meet that particular said character hopefully a little later. Which, of course, I just couldn't wait to see him, and and of course, being voiced by one of the most beloved actors as well. Well, not this game though. He has a different voice actor, but of course, as we all know him, and of course, even he's gone, which of course we'll go and talk about. So let's go ahead and head over to the desert. And so when we went into Aladdin's house, we freed this carpet, the flying carpet, and of course, not only can he fly, but he also has a personality where he can just move around. So let's go and talk to him. Because he has all those gestures and mannerisms of, you know, him being all silent for a carpet here. So let's go and hop a ride on that carpet there. Alright, and so we found Aladdin at last, and unfortunately him and Abu are being sucked into the quicksand. And they probably would have already been sucked in right about now, considering that we're fighting the Heartless, but somehow they actually still survive. I mean, could be just video game logic once more. So yeah, you'll be fighting a bunch more bandits here, well, especially around in this world, but also you'll be fighting a wave of them, and yeah, be careful with them. Like I said, once they all gang up on you, then they'll try to slash you with their swords. It's like, you know, you're just fighting them with your own sword, even though it's actually not really a sword. It's like a key that's made like a sword. They just all go around and just see it, and they go like, "Oh no, he's got a sword! You idiots, we've all got swords!" I gotta love that, so, yeah, all I gotta do is just, you know, continue fighting the wave of these bandits here. And then, yeah, they're just gonna keep on spawning, and so you just have to keep fighting until the next cutscene triggers. Especially while Donald and Goofy are still down and out. And that should be all of them.
Come on!
Gosh, not again!
Genie, get rid of these guys!
Wish number one coming right up!
Ah, yes, Genie. The best one. The best boy, best character.
I see. Thanks, Sora.
Aladdin, what are you doing out here?
Same old stuff. Hunting legendary treasure. Just paid a visit to the Cave of Wonders. I found that magic carpet. And this lamp. Legend has it that whoever holds the lamp can summon...
Please, kid, leave the intros to a professional. The one and only Genie of the Lamp. Rub-a-dub-dub the lamp and have your dearest wishes granted. Today's winner is Aladdin. Congratulations. Patience, my fine feathered friend. Any 3 wishes. Oh, 1 wish, a 2 wish, a 3 wish. Then I make like a banana and split it. Our lucky winner made his first wish.
And let me tell you what a doozy that wish was.
So he has 2 left. So, Master, what do you have for wish number 2?
How about making me a fabulously wealthy prince?
Whoa! Money, royalty, fame! Why didn't I hear that? Okay, you asked for it. 100 servants and 100 camels loaded with gold. Just say the word and I'll deliver it in 30 minutes or less, or your meal free! Hey, I'll even throw in a cappuccino.
No thanks.
Okay.
I think I'll put that on hold until we reach Agrabah.
Oh, why a prince?
You see, there's this girl in Agrabah named Jasmine. But she's a princess, and she could never fall for a guy like me.
Princess?
Jasmine?
Oh, that's right. She's in trouble, Aladdin.
What? Well, come on, let's get going.
Alright, so now we have Aladdin who will be joining us, and once again, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch over Donald and just have Goofy with us here. And there we go.
Fresh air, the great outdoors.
I guess you don't get out much, huh?
Comes with a job. Phenomenal cosmic powers, itty-bitty living space. It's always 3 wishes, then back to my portable prison. I'm lucky to see the light of day every century or 2.
Say, Genie, what if I use my last wish to free you from the lamp? What do you think?
You'd do that?
Genie, it's a promise. After we help Jasmine.
Ah man, just seeing him, just so you know, just really puts a smile on my face. Seeing Genie here. I mean, what's not to love about Genie? Who out there in the right mind would ever hate Genie? Nobody would. He's literally the best. I mean, one of the best, if not the best Disney character. I love him so much. And so let's we'll go ahead and go over him. Actually, first we'll go ahead and go over Aladdin. Aladdin's voiced by Scott Wagner, who was, you know, of course, also his original voice actor since the first movie. And Genie, though, Genie here is actually voiced by not Robin Williams. Yes, he was originally voiced by our beloved Robin Williams, who also unfortunately passed away almost a decade ago. Wow, and you know, he's been such a legend, such a very charismatic kind of guy, and he will also be forever missed. But Genie in this game, he's voiced by Dan Castellaneta, which, of course, as you all know, he's also the guy who voiced Homer Simpson, and very well known for that. And I know people could be mixed about, you know, with a Genie being voiced by Dan Castellaneta, for, you know, just and not exactly Robin Williams. And I mean, I can understand that, but honestly though, I think Dan Castellaneta actually he can do a good Genie voice. Now, of course, I mean he's no Robin Williams, of course. I mean Robin Williams definitely does so much more with Genie, but Dan Castellaneta though, I mean, you know, I do think he can do a good job as Genie. Like he can still do it very well. He also did voice Genie in Return to Jafar and in the TV show. Although Robert Williams actually does return to voice Genie in King of Thieves. But yeah, so that's actually just a couple things I want to go over. But yeah, so I figure I'll just go and just talk about all the other good stuff here. So, anyways, next time on Let's Play Kingdom Hearts, we are going to explore more of Agrabah and hopefully find Jasmine safer. So, until next time, see you guys later.